We go to the middle, south part of Ethiopia. There we have a foundation called Passion Connect. The chairman is here, Mr. Cornelis Bos. Please come forward. And Michael van Ravenstein, he is a Dutch Ethiopian or an Ethiopian Dutchman. Both. Please.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. We will try to stick to the 5 minutes, and I think it will be very difficult to be more enthusiastic, to show more enthusiasm than Aragawi just did. Thank you for that. Always good to see that. So I will briefly give you a short introduction on Passion Connection Ethiopia. So here's where you see our mission. I think that's what we share with all the other foundations in these rooms. And what you see in particular here is that we are very focused on what can we do for children. We believe the children are the future of Africa. And we are always thinking, okay, what kind of steps are we taking? What kind of investments are we making? And what is, at the end of the day, the impact of that for the children over there? So in the vision, it shouldn't be a surprise for you, sustainability is very important. If we go back, probably good to give some background information. I think it has been 5 years ago. I have to admit that I was one of the guys in the first slide of AVID in the second group. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's nice that some foundations are doing some work in Africa, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make any difference. And then at a certain day, a good friend of mine, he invited me on a trip to Ethiopia. And, you know, I never went to Africa, so I thought, why not? So I went there together with him and other people, and then as you can imagine, you come back and you say, you know what, we actually have a very good life over here. And I see this as a kind of an obligation that we also can do something for others, in whatever form you were doing that. And then shortly after that, I met AVID, and AVID, of course, gave me the book. And at that moment, I thought that it was, you know, revolutionary, it was completely new. In the meantime, we figured out, for example, look at the cyst. They are actually doing it already for a long time. So in Dutch, we have a saying that what's in the book. I'm not sure whether it's translated in English, but there is a lot of Dutch people here. So let's say it was old wine in new bags. But it works, and it's still a very good wine. So then we started, and I think about 2 years ago, we started with the first village, and we're still working on the first village. What you see in our vision, sustainability is key. So yes, we also have the ambition to work in this village for 5 years. And then it should be sustainable. Cooperation, very, very important. We at least have the impression that a lot of foundations are doing everything themselves. We strongly believe that 1 + 1 can be 3, so working together with others. We are not, let's say, the experts on all areas, so why not working together with others? For example, the Well Foundation helped us a lot with giving advice because they were working already for a long time in Ethiopia. I also would like to mention ICO. I assume that most of you know that organization. We are working together with them. They are co-funding our projects. And we always have very interesting conversations because we more have, let's say, the business background. And sometimes we say, you know, the business people go in charity. But on the other hand, the charity people would like to go in business. So it's interesting to see how, let's say, these different groups can work together and really make a difference. Yeah, and that's also a very important one. We would like to get others involved. So that's one of the other, let's say, goals of our foundation is not just helping the people, and particularly the children in Africa, but also, you know, creating awareness, for example, to young people or probably businessmen who have a very nice business over here but have no clue what's going on in the third world. So that's what we are also actively working on getting them more involved. And that means that on a regular basis we are organizing trips. So we try to get them aboard, bring them to Africa, and then we hope that the same will happen to them as happened to me when I was there 5 years ago for the first time. So that's a little bit of background of our foundation in the Netherlands. I would like to hand over to Michael, who will tell something about the project Zirba.
Thank you very much. End of 2007, we started working in the location of Debrecen, Ethiopia, that is central Ethiopia. What we did is we asked the local government to advise us what to do. We were a Dutch organization, or at least Cornelis was that representative of, and we said, what do you need? What do you want? They came up with the selection of Zirba, a community of 270 households. We started working there end of 2007. What we have done until now is install 1.6 hectares of drip irrigation. We made water points. We did cattle drinking places. We were involved in health and educational care and many other activities, small activities. But what I notice as the chairman of the board of the Ethiopian Foundation, what Evert was saying this morning, the main thing is focusing on the community, getting the community wanting to work with you. That in itself, I think, is one of the biggest challenges. And it's not only the first part of the 5 years intervention, it's going to remain there for the complete 5 years. Even after the 5 years, you still need the community to continue. Another thing, what we see, everything is a process of trial and error. Some people are very interested, some aren't. But the awareness creation we are achieving there is enormous. People are interested, of course, to upgrade their income. People are interested to participate in our programs. On the other hand, some aren't. I just came back yesterday from Ethiopia. I was in Serba last Saturday. What I saw there, one of the key local chairmen from the local political party, they rejected us as Passion Connects. He started digging his own water hole, and now he wants to install his own drip irrigation. This would have been impossible 2 years ago, but at least the awareness that this is possible, that is what we achieved, even though he wouldn't like us having the moment, but that's the way it is. The awareness is there. Now it's down to money and it's down to the capacity of the community. Where do we go from here? I mean, we have almost 90 million people in Ethiopia. These are 2,000 people. What do? What we see is that people are mainly interested in the knowledge, the transfer of knowledge. People want to learn. People want to know the possibilities that they can have with technologies such as we are introducing. So the next step, what we decided, is to have a knowledge transfer center near Serba, intended to serve for 4 small communities for now, but it could be seen as a hub for the whole area. There we will concentrate on strengthening the local CBOs. We will concentrate on upgrade of production of agricultural products and other things. The educational part, we feel, is very important. Thank you very much for your...